The first question is, I don't know if you heard, but WWE released several talents last week. 3 of them, one of the listeners wants to know that they think would be great for Ring of Honor, and they want your opinion on each of them, is Paul Burchill, Charlie Haas, and Hurricane Helms. What's your thoughts on those guys as workers, and would you like to see them in Ring of Honor?
Well, first of all, which order do you want me to take them in? I don't want to do anything out of the way here today.
Paul Burchill.
Let's talk about Paul Burchill. Paul Burchill is an excellent talent. He spent some time here at OVW. I didn't get a chance to work with him because that's after the brain trust of the WWE had driven me crazy and run me completely out of my own business. But Paul has been a great talent. They gave him a bunch of silly, stupid gimmicks, including the pirate thing, and of course, and he even managed to kind of halfway get that thing over. And you know, I'm not surprised they let him go after they put the boots to his career the whole time he's been there. But I think he's an excellent talent. I think he would fit in any wrestling promotion. Charlie Haas is a man I know very well. He was here in OVW with us for a while, and also did a lot of work at HWA for Les Thatcher up in Cincinnati. Tremendous athlete, amateur background, great guy, mature, no bad habits, you know, no bad publicity ever comes out about Charlie Haas. He's another guy. They couldn't just have a great athlete who happens to be a great wrestler go out and perform and show what he can do. He's the Shelton Benjamin syndrome. They had to have him. He was wearing a mask, and I saw him one time in a dress or something. He was impersonating people. So, you know, there's a word to all aspiring wrestlers. You go to the WWE, you better hope your career lasts 2 or 3 years. You make a lot of money because they'll have you do so many stupid things that they'll be finished with you and through no fault of your own release you. But anyway, I digress. Charlie Haas, I think, would be an asset to any wrestling promotion. And Hurricane Helms, I think he'd make a great cab driver. No, if Hurricane Helms is as stiff in the ring as he is in the cab, there could be trouble. But, you know, I've known Shane Helms, and his name is Shane Helms. It's not Gregory Helms. They made him change his name because of the Sean Shane syndrome. And let me just backpedal here a second and tell you folks a story you may not have heard. Nobody in the WWF, or E, or whatever they're calling it these days to stay ahead of the law, is allowed to be called Shawn except Shawn Michaels. Now, you know, thank God they don't have a lot of Johns because, you know, if you can copyright a name, I understand that it wouldn't want to call anybody else Shawn Michaels, but nobody else can be Shawn anything. When Sean Casey, a nice, good-looking talent from Cincinnati, came up to do TV up there years ago, they changed his name to Steve Casey, which then, of course, Steve Crusher Casey from the 30s got upset. And there's nobody allowed to be called Shane because, of course, that's Shane McMahon, Vince's son. So Shane Helms had to change his name to Hurricane, or to Gregory, or change his name to Hurricane. I think the Hurricane Green Lantern thing, it's just, you know, it's sports entertainment and it's silly to me, but I think that the guy underneath it has been a heck of a talent since long before he went to the WWE, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in Ring of Honor anywhere else as long as he stays out of taxi cabs. So once again, I find the fault with the WWE for releasing these guys when they never had a great opportunity to begin with because they were all asked to do silly, stupid shit instead of be themselves and be athletes.
So I take
that's my answer to that. See, now I'm getting negative again. People are going to be, oh, that's Cornette, he's so bitter. He's so bitter and frustrated. At least I never had to fucking dress up like a woman except, well, actually I did, but I made money doing it, and it was only once. Well, it was twice, but the second time wasn't on television. We won't go into that. At least I never had to change my name and impersonate people that I was not for the sake of $1, which is what they make unfortunate, young, aspiring wrestlers do.
If you had to take one out of those 3 guys that you like to see in Ring of Honor, I'd say on the spot, but if you were only to pick one of them, which guy out of the 3 would you like to see most in Ring of Honor?
I will not say that because then the other 2, the next time I see them, will punch me in the face.
Oh, man.